Hello again, and welcome to I've Got a Beatles podcast with Dave and Chris. And we are closing off 2022, which was a mixed bag if you listened to our last episode, with a fun episode. So as we said, with a mixed bag with gifts and things for this past year in the Beatle world, but there was this big set that just came out at the end of the year, and neither of us have the real copy of it. But
No, we weren't rich enough or quick
yeah,
enough to get the set.
exactly. But we said in our last episode how great it was, and props to the McCartney camp for making this 7-inch single box set available online. And so that is going to be the subject of our episode today. And in patented Dave and Chris style, there's an organization to this because, I don't know, Chris, there's 159 songs here. There's a lot to deal with.
Which, by the way, there's more, obviously 163 tracks on the actual singles, but there's a lot of duplicates, a whole lot of coming up for some reason.
Yeah.
Or
Sea Moon.
I think
right.
there's Sea Moon. There's Sea Moons on there 3 or 4 times, but and Wonderful Christmas Time is repeated. So they trimmed all that off. And so we're left with just the unique songs that aren't repeated on the actual physical copies. Plus, on the physical copies, you would also get your test pressing of a random test pressing.
True, exactly. Which we've been seeing a lot of unboxings on YouTube from people and comparing their different test pressings. So
did you sit and watch any of these 2-hour unboxings that just go on and they like show the label of each one and things like that?
No, not that interested to sit.
I suckered into watching one of them.
Oh, you did?
It was while I worked.
Okay.
I'll have one of them on, but
it's a beautiful set. And if you happen to have the set, that's great. And I hope you're enjoying it because it is beautifully done. And yeah, it's a nice collectible. But for us who want to talk about the music, because we can actually talk about that. It's not as fun to talk about something that you don't have. We thought it'd be more fun to try to test ourselves a little bit and divide these 159 songs up into some of our favorite and our least favorite and unique categories. And Chris has done a wonderful job. If you have been following our Facebook page, you saw that he posted a couple of posts recently about some deals on a website where you could get copies of the Amoeba Gig or Tug of War, and he put some very punny titles and punny phrases on there. And these 6, I think we've got 7 categories here. They're also very punny. So I'll let you take it away.
All right.
Oh,
take it away. Oh, that's really great. Really great. Okay.
Please don't stop listening. Keep listening.
So here's the categories, and we'll do this we're going to split the 70s up because there's so much 70s. So we're going to do 70 through 74, and then we'll do 75 through 79, and then we'll do just the decades from there on out. This set is set up that way where it's 70s, 80s, 90s. And apparently the booklet is that way, 70s, and here's all the 70s stuff, here's all the 80s stuff. So we're following along with that, except for splitting up the 70s in half so that we can not talk about all of the 70s, because obviously his output in the 70s is huge.
Yep.
So here's the categories, though, that we'll talk in each of these sections. We'll talk about this. So the first one is called Looking for You, and that's the best single. So that's our pick for the best A and B side together on a disc. Second category, Beware My Love, which is the worst single. Like in those years that we're covering, what's the worst A and B side together? Not necessarily that they're terrible songs or anything, but just
comparison to the best, maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then third category, I Don't Know, which is a song you knew the least about, forgot about, or in some cases here, Dave, never heard before.
Yeah.
There are a couple of things on this set I've just never come across. And then, so the next category, Sea Moon, or should I say B Moon? It's a pick of a great B side. Okay. And lame. And then here we go. Spin It On. That's a pick of another great song in these years. Just something refreshing to hear, something on our listen here that we've both been doing that maybe we like. I forgot about that one. Oh, it's so great. And then I have had enough. That's the biggest dud, the biggest skipper. And different than the worst single. It's just an individual song that we're like, that's enough of this one.
And sadly, there were a few for
Yeah.
sure. Yep.
And then Fabulous or The Mess. So it's in the section that we're talking about. Any other thoughts, surprises, anything that was like, why did they do this? Why did they leave this out? I love that they did this. That just reactions to that section of all of these singles. All right, you ready to rock it, Dave?
I am. So we're going to start with 1970 to 1974. So Paul's first released material as a solo artist and in Wings, the beginning of Wings. We're going to have a mixture of stuff here. So we want to just go down the list here. We'll talk about each one.
So the first one is Looking for You. That's the best single. Dave, what's your choice?
My best single of the half decade is Band on the Run, 1985.
Dave, we're one for one.
Excellent.
We're both together. That's the one included was 1974 Germany version of that. Just how could you do better?
Yeah, there's some other good songs in this. Live and Let Die, for example. But if you're counting the B side too as part of it, then it's hard to do better than 1985.
They're also both a little bit of lengthier songs, so it's like you feel like you're getting a real bang for your buck.
Yeah,
to have that single.
Not to mention what happens at the end of 1985.
Oh, they play Band on the Run.
Yeah. So what a brilliant, it's all perfect
self-encompassing, perfect single.
Yes.
So Band on the Run, 1985. We're both 100% in agreement.
Excellent.
We might be 100% in agreement on Beware My Love, aka the worst single. I'm going to go with the UK 1972 pressing of Mary Had a Little Lamb with Little Woman Love.
I'll be in disagreement here.
Okay.
I'm going with Give Ireland Back to the Irish with Give Ireland Back to the Irish.
Version. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's speak to these. So Mary Had a Little Lamb, obviously to me, I'm like, both of these songs are weak songs that I don't like that much. And I just, on occasion, they're refreshing to hear. But Mary Had a Little Lamb, obviously, it's a kid's song. And Little Woman Love, I don't think that's much of anything. So I think overall, the bang for the buck is just...
No. And for me, Give Ireland Back to the Irish is okay. It's a little bombastic and overblown. But what kills it for me is the B-side, which is an instrumental version that's real ticky-tacky and not giving you bang for the buck at all. So to me, it's a half weak song paired with its weak, really weak B-side cousin.
Yeah. I'll have some choices later that'll be very similar to that, I think.
Okay.
In a future category, I think we're gonna on a future category in this one, that song might come up.
Yeah.
And in a future thing later on, it'll be almost the exact same scenario. So,
perfect.
So probably a good pick. Okay, how about this one here? This is the toughest one for this particular section. And it's I Don't Know, the song of the least about or anything like that. So what is your choice here, Dave?
I'd forgotten about I Lie Around for a long time. It wasn't until the re-release from, was this on the Red Rose Speedway box or was
I think so.
Yeah,
something like that.
I think that's where I remember it. And I all over the place. That's right. I actually like the song. I think it's pretty good tune.
I like the song too. I came up and a few times and I was just like, I'm not flipping past this one. I'm enjoying it, even though it's a Denny Lane led vocal. And it really is Wings. They all sing on it, but it's a Denny Lane song, obviously, but pretty good Denny Lane song, I think.
Yeah. So I put that one because I had completely forgotten about it and then forgot how it went. I knew it was a Denny song, or Denny Paul song. And then I listened to, oh yeah, that's not too bad. So what did you have?
My closest answer I could come up with is the mono single. So they included the 1971 US mono release of Uncle Admiral Halsey and Too Many People. And it's nothing in this mono. I know that the Ram mono has been released and kicking around for a while, but I haven't ever really dug into it.
Yeah.
And from My opinion of it is I don't find it to be that wildly different than anything else. Whereas some of these, like we were talking about with I'm Only Sleeping, where
Oh yeah, the revolver set and stuff.
where the mono is totally strange, totally different.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, this is interesting, the mono version. And I listened to it, and I was like, okay, it sounds kind of what I know already. But that's the closest I could come up with of what I didn't know very well.
Good.
Okay, so the next category here is Sea Moon. So this is the best B-side.
Yes.
So I'll pick Sea Moon.
Sea Moon, hey.
Which is the ultimate classic B-side. Just this is exactly what you want in a B-side. A B-side that's so good and fun and interesting that it ends up making all the best later.
Yeah, which it does. And it becomes his standard warm-up song in the sound checks. And so it was clearly a favorite of McCartney's. So yeah, that's a good choice. I was thinking about that one, but I went with The Mess, which I think
I almost went with The Mess thinking you were going to pick Sea Moon.
Yeah, it's great. I would love to hear more from Live at the Hague, where it was played. It was the B-side of My Love, and such a contrast to My Love. It's a rocking song, and it's gritty. And
I also like B-sides where there's nowhere else you can, now that there's these re-releases, obviously you can get it elsewhere, but these B-sides where there's nowhere else you can get it. It's the only time he ever did this song.
Yeah, no studio version.
And it's really cool. I like in that sort of towards the late middle of the song where they drop out and they're all like, oh,
yeah.
It's like a really cool part of the song. So
good tune. All right. So next up, we have Spin It On. So this would be another great song. It's refreshing to hear something maybe you forgot about either an A or a B section. So for this one, I picked Sally G, which...
So did I, Dave.
Good. How often do you hear Paul sing country? Not very often.
Yeah. One thing on this is there's a new, and this, we're not mentioning this during this too much, but there's a new, this is a 2022 remaster.
Yes.
So it's never been heard this clear and great before, I think.
Yeah. Do you like the song?
Yeah, I like the song. I've never been like, sometimes people talk about Country Dreamer and Sally G like they're the greatest songs ever released. And I'm, they're all right. But G, in the re-listen here, I'm like, boy, his voice sounds so good on Sally G. It's just like perfectly done. Great B-side. And sounds great with the new remaster.
Yes, definitely. All right. So next up, we have I've Had Enough. So our
Give Ireland back to the Irish version. So annoying. Diddle-doodle, 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 dee. And it lasts forever, Dave.
It's too long.
It's like, I feel like it's 3 times longer than the regular song, even though it isn't.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Big dud.
No,
big dud.
Huge dud.
For me, a song I never have liked from Wildlife. I'm pretty sure I didn't like it when we did our review. I Am Your Singer. I just have never really liked the dialogue between Paul and Linda. It's just not a great song. And Love is Strange, I Am Your Singer could also be one of the weakest. Especially, do you like the single edit of Love is Strange?
No, I love the album version.
Exactly.
Love is Strange. So I want that full version.
Yeah.
I almost picked that too, just because of the worst single. But
yeah.
But I like Love is Strange a lot. And I probably like the song you're talking about a little more than you do as well. So
I'm sure.
But, yeah. But we forced ourselves to pick these two. So
you got to pick something
in the comment. So then the Fabulous or the Mess. So what do you think of surprises, thoughts about this sort of section? It's a pretty strong section of music.
Yeah, it is. For me, I just put, because one of your choices was, why did they do this? And a couple of mine are actually, why did they do this? Why did they record this? So I'm going to put Mary Had a Little Lamb on here. I still don't know why that was done.
Yeah.
It's just not a great suggestion to record, and just pillow soft is the term you get for it. So for me, it's just a head scratcher.
Yeah. There's a remaster of Helen Wheels here, which is interesting. And there's no other remasters of any of the Band on the Run tracks. They're all the 2010 remasters. So I found that a little bit curious. Like, why was it a different mix in the first place? So that's why it's getting a remaster. I'm not sure.
Well, and that begs a question too that we've already alluded to. Now you're alluding to it again. Is it seems like some of the remasters in this set are haphazard or randomly done. They don't seem to have any purpose, because other sets were done in just a few years ago, but they're remastered again. We'll come to that later. But
in one of the cases later on, it's all of the Tug of War things seem to have remasters, and then because that was a remix of Tug of War, and I'm like, was it? I didn't know that. So was that not advertised, or did I just miss that it was that? So that's interesting. And then the last thing I'll say about this section is just that there is one single that was left out. I'm gonna guide you on the singles they did not include.
Yeah.
And in this section, there's only one single that had been released that they didn't include, which is the "Eat at Home, Smile Away" single. So
would that have been a big hit, you think?
I'd rather have it included here than "Mary Had a Little Lamb."
Yeah, definitely.
You ask me, but yeah. So
good start. And so now we'll move into the heyday of Wings here. The big moments. So we'll start out with the best single from 1975 to 1979. So Chris, what do you got?
I'm going 1976 Germany single, "Let 'Em In" with "Beware My Love." "Let 'Em In" is pretty much your classic, what you think of as a Wings single. And then "Beware My Love," I like this song more and more every time I hear it. And it is the ultimate in Paul histrionics.
Oh, I must be wrong, baby.
So I was loving hearing that and just rocking out to it and just like enjoying myself to the nth degree listening to that one.
Yeah, it's great. I think he just sounds so good on both those songs.
Yeah.
Good choice.
What's your best single here?
I picked "Good Night Tonight" and "Daytime, Nighttime Suffering" because I think those are very much of their time, and I'm always up for the bass line in "Good Night Tonight." And "Daytime, Nighttime Suffering" is, as many people have said, one of the great not lost B-sides, but under appreciated or not as well known, but very good. So I think that's the peak of the end of Wings.
Yeah, great pick. Okay, what about worst single? "Beware My Love." "Beware My Love" is not the worst single, but "Beware My Love." What is the worst single?
I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, I know.
Okay.
I'm going to go with "Old Siam Sir" and "Spin It On."
Okay. Our eggheads are
gonna hate me.
Get their pitchforks sharpened.
Yeah, just "Spin It On" is not one of my favorites at all. And then "Old Siam Sir" is okay for a little while, but gets really screechy for me. So not my favorite.
Also, as far as not saying that it's terribly like racist or anything, but it hasn't aged the best. It maybe borders on slightly offensive now. At the time, definitely not. But there's a song that'll come up later that definitely does, which we'll be talking about here very soon, that is like a little questionable.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm with you on that one. However, my choice was 1978. "I've Had Enough" with "Deliver Your Children." I've Had Enough's kind of a song. It's not terrible.
It's like trying to be rocking, and it's like trying a little too hard to be a rocking.
It's like not rocking enough.
Yeah.
And then "Deliver Your Children," a Denny Lane song with a lot of it sounds like a theme show or a song to a travel show or something.
Yeah.
And it's got just some terrible lyrics in it.
Yeah.
Do you like the lyric, "If you want good eggs, you got to feed that hen"?
Ooh. No, I don't. No.
If you're going to have a line like that too, and not included on "Save It for Back to the Egg," dude.
Yeah, it's about eggs. I know. Come on. Yeah. All right. So then up next, the song we forgot, or the I don't know, or forgotten about, never heard. What do you got for this one?
I'm going with Girls' School,
Oh, yeah.
which I didn't know much about because it's on the B side of something I never listened to. And I don't, maybe this has been included in one of the sets or something, but if it was, I didn't really get it into my ear that much. I'm not sure I like this one. And what I was talking about aging poorly, that's a little pervy of a song. And your sister too. Oh yeah, come on.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think he says the word like Oriental girl or something like he says something in this too that if you look at the lyrics, it's like there's a couple things in there that
Yeah, a little
you're not gonna
cringy
like,
now.
you're not gonna want to see. So
Yeah.
I didn't know this song very much, and I wasn't left like thrilled like that. I do know the song. I guess catchy, but
That'll be interesting because I'll be coming back to it shortly. Yeah.
yeah, I think I know what that means.
Yeah.
What about the I don't know for you?
So I put Backwards Traveler and Cufflink as one of those weird London town combination songs that you've got a folksy version, Backwards Traveler folksy, and then you've got the womp womp wow, or got the wow synthesizer.
What do you think
going.
of on Backwards Traveler? Is that whoopy sound that sounds like a really bad movie sound effect from the 80s? It sounds like you'd expect that as like a sound effect in Xanadu or something.
It does sound like that.
Really
Yeah,
weird
very
sound. It's just very strange.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that maybe I'd suppress that one. It's not awful, but it's maybe I don't think about it very much. So
Yeah.
we have one that's worse coming, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, what about C Moon, or should I say B Moon? The pick of a great B side for you.
Well, that's when I did put Girls' School because I think it's
Oh,
yeah, it's a really fun, like I love the slide on it, and it's just a catchy tune. I had it in my head for a couple days, so I like it. The lyrics, I don't. Yeah, I read something. There's a story that Paul had a friend or somebody who taught at a girls' school, or I'd have to look at the story, but it was like a joke.
I see. So it's not as pervy as
No,
it sounds.
it's not intended to be that way.
Yeah,
No,
I don't think
no.
I wouldn't think that, but
No.
we're not kicking necessarily like you're 16 out of the bed.
Yeah, true, and that's a little
That's
creepy
not
now.
aged. Yeah, that's not aged too well either.
No, but I like it was good to hear it again, and it was
Yeah.
also in the remastered, which made people think, oh, maybe it's the London town era stuff. Which I wouldn't put any stock into that. It's just they were putting it together for the set, so I don't think that necessarily means that something's coming out next week. But
no,
I liked Girls.
There's only a few clues that I've got. There are some clues in this box set that I think that might lead to something, but we'll talk about that later. So my B side is Daytime Nighttime Suffering. I think it might be the best B side altogether.
Yeah,
I just love the song. It's fantastic.
It is.
Love hearing it, just singing along with it. And
oh yeah. So. Even the synths sound okay. This goes back. Ever since you made that good point during our Gon Troppo review, talking about how bad the synths and the sounds were on that album. Here's synths that work. It's done in a way that works.
Yeah, and then there's this just tremendous, just fantastic vocal section there towards the end of the song. It's just phenomenal.
Great song.
Okay,
so Spin It On, another great song. Refreshing to hear something we might have maybe forgotten about. So
I'm gonna go with I'm Carrying, which I really hadn't put too much. I'm Carrying like floats past you a little bit.
Yeah.
When you're listening to it on the record. And I think sticking out here is, I think it's the B side of one of the singles here. Yeah. That's refreshing to hear that. And Paul sounds really great on it.
He does.
Oh yeah. So
that'll be coming back in a little bit here for me.
Oh no.
Yeah. You'll see. It's good. It's good.
And then what's your spinning on?
The title, actually the A side of that single. So London Town.
Oh yeah.
I texted you about because it's just such a beautiful song. The lyrics, I don't know, the picture that's painted, the music, the chord progression. It's Very nice to hear
the
that
horns,
one. And the
Dave.
horns,
Take
of
the big
course.
horns guy.
Yes, absolutely. So I like London Town. It's always nice to hear that.
Great. What's your I've had enough skipper?
I imagine we're probably on the same wavelength here.
Yeah.
Got to be Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reggae.
Oh, no, I got a different one, Dave.
Oh, you got a different one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reggae. What's so despicable about
really? And people think Wonderful Christmas Time is annoying. Yeah, so just for me, don't even want to listen to it. I don't like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer anyway as a Christmas song. So this it just is even worse to hear it in the faux reggae version. So how about you?
Cook of the House, Dave?
Yeah,
Cook of the House.
I knew it was a
House.
toss-up. Yeah, it was a toss-up.
Yeah. I actually listed Cook of the House, and then I said, and a little tip of the hat to the whoopee sound on Backwards Traveler.
Yeah.
So
I was going to ask, didn't you like hearing "Hello, Bucket Hepcat" or whatever at the beginning of Cook of the House? Oh, bad. We love Linda, but
yeah, it's not a good song.
No,
it's not a good song. I will admit to have putting it on before while cooking at home.
Yeah.
And somebody said it's the best. Oh, I think it was Andrew Dixon. I like a lot, but he said it's possibly the best cooking Beatles song. And I'm like, no, it isn't. It isn't even the best cooking related Beatles tune. I think we can come up with 2 or 3 more.
Cooking in the Kitchen of Love.
Yeah, there's Cooking in the Kitchen of Love. That's right. And there's
Eat at Home. That's a good. Yeah.
I know he was just saying that to not pounce on it like I just did. Okay, what about the next category here? The fabulous or the mountain? Any other thoughts, surprises of the section? Why they do this?
Yeah, well, it was again something I'd texted you about too. Is I'm carrying because I'd read when I was reading about that song, I'd read that George Harrison said that was his favorite song on London Town, and I was trying to think about, well, that's an odd song to be your favorite because there's some other good ones on there, but I was going to ask you, why do you think George, so that's my curiosity of why is this on there and why is it George's favorite song?
I don't know, I just think it's a nice tune, like a nice melody, and maybe that's what, and then it's a subtle song. It's not a lot of George songs are real subtle.
Yeah, true.
We just talked about a whole album maybe subtle. A little too subtle, but yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah. Just something, just a curiosity. But what did you have?
Well, the only things I had to say were just it's pretty solid. It's nice to hear all of the, obviously we've been sitting around here waiting for our stupid box sets to come out, that for London Town and for Back to the Egg, and we haven't gotten any of them. Nope. But at least we got 2022 remasters for I've Had Enough, Deliver Your Children, London Town, I'm Carrying, Daytime, Nighttime Suffering, Old Siam Sir, Spin It On, and Getting Closer. So
we no longer have to rely on our 1993 remasters.
Yes, desperately needed those. Now, there are a couple other ones that didn't get remasters, but I think that's because they were somehow included recently on something else. So, like, for instance, Arrow Through Me, there's no remaster of that, but it was in Pure McCartney, so I'm sure it got remastered at that point.
Right.
So there's that. And very, very minimal things left out of this. Seaside Woman and B-side to Seaside. What about B-side to Seaside, Dave? Are you desperately missing that one?
No, I forgot about that one. Sorry.
And then one other omission. The Rockestra theme was released as a single.
Oh.
Is that what's holding up this egg box set? Because as Dave, the Rockestra theme has Jimmy Page on it, and it has all these different
John Bonham and
all these
Pete
different
Townsend.
artists. Yeah. So is it like getting the rights together so that you can pay all the right people and all that kind of thing? And
maybe it's lost in legal limbo.
Yeah. So is that the issue? Is that the issue? It could be.
Could be. Makes sense to me.
And you can't have an egg without Rockestra themes.
No, of course not. So, clearly.
Anyway, all right. This is probably the most fun, the biggest category here.
Yes.
The biggest section here, which is the 80s, Dave.
which, as we've talked about, we've done reviews of Flowers in the Dirt, we've done Tug of War, we've done Give My Regards to Broad Street, and we've talked about the others. And we did a press to play review.
Yeah, we did do a press to play. Yeah.
So I think the only one we haven't done is Pipes of Peace in actual track by track listing. So we've touched on this a lot, but the 80s, it's our first decade of really paying attention, able to grasp this in our lives. So very important decade for us.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's start it up here. Okay, what's the best single here? They're looking for you, Dave.
All right, best single from 80 to 89 to me is My Brave Face and Flying to My Home.
Oh yeah, you love Flying to My Home.
I do.
Big time, and it sounds good here.
It sounds great.
Really clear here and great sounding.
Yep. From the days I bought it on my single to now, it is still just My Brave Face punches you. It just catches you right away. And it's such a great single.
Sweet Majesty.
Yes.
Fly into my hope. I did listen to that the other day right before I was going to visit my friend, and me and my wife were listening to it in the other room. So really enjoying it. Dave, maybe my favorite single of all time from when I was a kid was
I Know What's Coming.
Take It Away and I'll Give You a Ring.
Yeah.
Just fantastic. And they're great here, particularly because Take It Away, it's the single version, which doesn't fade in into something else.
Yep.
And I'll Give You a Ring is just a wonderful song. I love it so much. And I was re-listening to it to prepare for this. And it's got that section where the guitar comes in with a and then later it's the oboe playing it. So it's just fantastic. Like musically, there's just so much going on. It's like great in the background singing and all that. And it's a very sweet little love song. So I just have always loved that since I was a little kid. Love that single, and Take It Away is one of my top Paul songs, and just really wonderful. So
great choice. Yeah. All right, so on to the Beware My Love worst single of the 80s for Paul. It's probably no surprise that what's coming here.
Yeah.
Spies Like Us and My Carnival.
I knew you were gonna pick that. So I definitely picked something else, but I couldn't disagree with you too much.
No, I don't like either. I've never liked Spies Like Us. I don't think My Carnival is a great shakes.
My Carnival.
It's
a lovely day. That's it. That's it. That over and over again.
So very weak on both accounts. Now, there may be, I gave it a chance because it is the 2022 remaster of Spies Like Us. So I did try it. It just accentuated all the things I don't like about it even more. So, the fuss, the reverb, and
I don't dislike Spies Like Us as much as you do, for sure.
Yeah.
And I knew you were going to pick it. So I decided I'm just going to go try to pick something else here.
Okay.
And so I picked and that was the 1985 Spies Like Us. I'm going 1986 here. And I'm going Pretty Little Head with Right Away. It's a remix of Pretty Little Head.
I've been dying to ask you about the remixed version of that.
Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah. I'm interested in hearing it, but Pretty Little Head's not a great song. The Ursa Major, we made fun of it a lot in the thing. And then Right Away is just such a forgettable song. It's just almost like nothing happens.
Totally. Like just goes by and you're not affected at all.
So. Yeah. So I can't. And then part of my imagining this worst overall single is which one am I going to grab the least? If I did have all these, I can't imagine just like reaching for, you know what? I really got to rock down to Right Away. So.
Not at all.
Ursa Major.
Ursa Minor.
Yeah. Bizarre song.
Yeah.
But interesting remix.
Yes, definitely.
And that'll come up again, I'm sure.
Yes, it will.
Stuff about the remix. Okay. So what about this next category here? I don't know. There's so much to choose from here.
There are a lot of choices.
So this is a song you knew least about, forgot about, or never heard. I don't know what to pick on my end, but so I'll throw it to you, and whatever is left over, maybe we'll talk about.
Yeah, it was tough because there were a lot of the B-sides from the Press era I'd heard before, but were like very forgettable. So instead I went with one that I haven't listened to in a long time. And I think it's one of the stronger songs off Press to Play, which is Stranglehold, which was which was a single backed with the remix of Angry, which I can't wait to hear your take on. But a Stranglehold is good. It also has good memories, because I think this was the first McCartney solo album I bought, was Press to Play. So that's the first song, and unfortunately I don't think anything was done to it. Doesn't say remastered or anything on there, but
strange.
but I like the song. I think it's pretty good.
Well, I didn't know a lot of these, so I'm just gonna quickly list them down so we can both talk about them.
Yeah.
Back on My Feet. Do you know Back on My Feet at all?
That wasn't that on the Flowers in the Dirt?
It might have been on that set, and I just missed it because there's so much in that set.
Yeah.
Pretty decent little tune, Back on My Feet. Right Away, which only is on the CD version of, which I never had the CD version of.
Back there.
You got it behind you, so you probably knew it more than I did. It's a song anyway. You can see why they left it off of the album, the record.
Yeah.
The First Stone, which is co-written with friend of the show, Hamish Stewart.
Yes. Yes.
I don't think I'd ever heard that one. It's interesting. It's not great. There's a weird section where let he who is without sin.
Yeah,
where they're talking that.
The talk part's weird. Yeah, very obscure.
And then this version of It's Not True that's on this single is so different than the album version of It's Not True. Remember the album version of It's Not True? It starts with It's Not True.
Not true.
Boom, boom, boom. And it's really bombastic.
Yeah.
This version starts so subtly and softly. And I think it's an interesting and a better version, quite frankly.
Yes.
And shorter, too.
Agreed. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. So interesting, all of those songs there. So
I think in a way, this section probably has the most unknown songs to us, or the least, like the most obscure.
Yes.
Be that in the 90 to 99. But
because in the 90s, we
were
released all those CD singles, and we'd rush out and get all the CD singles too.
Exactly.
So in the 90s, it's kind of the opposite of, hey, where's this one? Where's that one?
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Like they left a lot of stuff on the cutting room floor that could have been included. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So next up, best B-side of the 80s.
I got to go with Rain Clouds, which I like Rain Clouds a lot. It's a great song. I'd also give a little shout out to Ode to Koala Bear, just because
I know
so much fun. It's silly. It's a dumb song, but both of those tunes were on singles I owned as a kid, and I played them a lot. And they're just, I really think Rain Clouds is a great song. It's got that whole sort of Irish section.
Yeah. And it's historic too, because it was recorded the day after John was killed.
Yeah.
Or the day after, I think. So it was pretty raw in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, good choice. I picked So Bad because it's of the section. I think it's we all make fun of it, or many people make fun of it, but it's just so good. And it's not so bad at all. It's great. And you got Ringo on there, and the bass part. Yeah. It sounds terrific. So
see, I've always thought you didn't so bad.
No,
it's just that you're making fun of it by trying to sing along with it.
Yes, because it's all in falsetto, and it's really hard to sing that high.
There is a place
inside my heart. It means so much to me.
See, I tried to do it, I ripped my throat up.
It does hurt. Maybe we also have a soft spot for it because it's one of the few good scenes in Give My Regards to Broad Street.
Yeah.
I
was watching a lot of videos. I kept sending you video link. This guy's got a YouTube page and has uploaded a lot of stuff that was like obviously just interviews taped off of TV and stuff like that. And there was one where he's brought on to talk to the news, I think. And they apparently, the segment before that, they just read all the bad reviews of Give My Regards to Broad Street. And you can tell that Paul is just absolutely pissed off when he's, oh, you just read all the bad reviews. There's also been some good reviews. And he's that was hilarious. Very much defending the movie. So it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the next section here, which is Spin It On? It's just a pick of another great song, something refreshing to hear.
I'm always happy to hear Once Upon a Long Ago, because that is a wonderful tune. strangely enough, not released here in the US in any great way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And it's one of, I think, a lost 80s gem from Paul.
I'm going with a kind of similar pick, which is Only Love Remains, which I don't think got any attention in the 80s. And I just think it's like a real good song.
Yes.
Very nice to hear, particularly in this re-listen here. Yeah, how nice.
It's a very good tune. Very good tune. So see, people who say we bash on press to play entirely. No, we've had a couple of good tunes in here.
Yeah.
So now, speaking of bad tunes, so I've had enough. Some duds or skippers. We got. Let's see. Go ahead.
I tell you, I got it. No more Lonely Nights play out business for me. I don't ever want to hear that thing again. So no, thank you. The regular version's fine. I like the regular version, but the playout version is just, let's make it real bad.
Yeah.
Is what I thought. Like, how about we do this song, but we make it terrible sounding
and make it long too.
Yeah.
Pretty terrible. That will come in a moment here too for me. So
what about you? Probably got a log list of this.
There were a few. It was hard to choose a few.
18.
Yeah. I actually chose Secret Friend. I just I like Check My Machine. It's got a cool groove. Secret Friend has very little to redeem it to me. It's just zero song. It goes on too long, and not my favorite from McCartney 2 era. So
now we didn't talk about, neither of us picked in any of the categories, but let us talk about the Angry remix.
Yes, I was waiting for it.
The Pretty Little Head remix, and there's an Angry remix, and there's an Only Love Remains remix. Are all of those on the same album, Dave?
They are.
So does that tell you maybe that there's a press to play remix coming?
That would
a full press to play remix, which
I would welcome. That
part of you heard our press to play episode. It's mostly, it's not like that's all the songs are. Some of the songs do stink.
Yeah,
but it's not that all the songs stink. It's just that some of the production elements of the era, I think, get in the way of the songs.
Yeah,
and so we get a little glimpse here. What do you think of the Angry remix?
Like, you can hear the horns a lot better, and the horns really stood out as a bonus to me. So it's still not a great song. It's wasted talents of Phil Collins and Pete Townsend and some good players, but it was marginally improved, actually.
Yeah, I'd just like to hear it different too.
Yeah,
it's like these remixes to me are like a lot different than the album versions, and I particularly liked hearing the Pretty Little Head one. I thought was like, and even though I picked it as my worst single, I liked hearing the difference of that and the original version, and then the Only Love Remains was good too. It's part of that's why it stood out to me of this song.
Exactly.
So I'd be interested to see if that's in the works. Maybe that I'd almost, if I was a betting man now, I'd say, okay, if we didn't get Egg in London Town, which has been talked about for so long already, maybe it's going to be press to play.
I think that might be what would have going for it is also Paul's probably felt that was one of his least popular, and maybe he wants to have a chance to redeem it before he goes off to the great beyond. So that, whereas London Town and Back to the Egg are pretty decently thought of. So maybe there's a personal thing in it for it too.
And then the other thing I'd say is there's no Girl Is Mine single, but that's more of a Michael Jackson single, really.
Yeah, he wrote it.
It's from the Michael Jackson album. It's got a Michael Jackson B-side.
Yeah.
So why would it be included here? I have no problems with them omitting that.
No, not at all. No. And my Fabulous or The Mess is a big mess, which is the No More Lonely Nights play out version with I just put a big question mark. Why?
Yeah. And it's a way that could have been picked as worst single too, just because I just don't like it when we get the play out like some other crappy version of the song is on the B-side. I tend to like a different song on the B-side.
Well, to that point, we both skipped over another single in that same vein of We All Stand Together and then We All Stand Together humming version.
Yeah. I've got a soft spot in my heart for the
I know.
We All
I know you
Stand
do.
Together and the the whole Rupert stuff.
Yeah.
It's something too. I don't think that any of us in America understand the whole Rupert thing, because it's like in these interviews I was watching, it seemed to be very revered in England and something that's been around for years, and
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
different artists and what's your favorite Rupert years and things like that. I'm like, what? Like, to America, it's not in the American consciousness at all.
No.
So we have no idea what you're talking about when you talk about Rupert and all that. But I like that song. I think it's pretty cute.
Yeah, it's very appropriate for what it does.
Oh, now let's move on to the 90s. Oh,
All right.
there's so much to talk about here too.
There is.
Great. So let's
All
start
right.
in on I'll start you up. I'll set you up here. What's the best single, Looking for You?
Yeah. Okay. It's Not Looking for You. It's which comes later in the decade. It is Hope of Deliverance and Long Leather Coat.
Oh yeah,
So,
you were talking a lot about Long Leather Coat and how
yes,
great it was to hear Long Leather Coat.
I'd forgotten that one. I had the CD single. Yes, it's a good one. It's a good one. And then also maybe having a soft spot for Hope of Deliverance. And then you mentioned watching some videos. The Paul McCartney page has been releasing videos of some of these tracks every couple days, and Hope of Deliverance was one, which is weird. It's out in looks like it's in the Amazon or something, or in some weird jungle. But all of our favorite early 90s McCartney World Tour gang is there. Wix, I knew you gave a special shout out to Wix,
That's
and
right.
Hamish and the gang are all there. But I think it's a good single, and I just couldn't find another one that matched up to me at the same level.
Well, to me, I don't think you can do any better than 1997 Beautiful Night with the B-side, which I love, of Love Come Tumbling Down. You heard me go on and on about love.
Yes, you did.
Come tumbling down.
Yeah.
Oh, and Beautiful Night's a great song, nice lengthy version with the Beautiful Night.
Yeah.
With the lingo and all that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then Love Come Tumbling Down. So just, loved hearing those back to back this past week.
Yeah, I can't disagree. Those are great.
Yeah.
So how about your worst single of the 90s?
Well, this one was tough. There wasn't a tough choice. So I went with what I thought I just think is kind of weak, which is from 1990. They released all these singles from the Tripping the Live Fantastic. And one of them was All My Trials with Seam. So that's the one I picked. All My Trials, maybe Paul's not the best guy to be singing. It's nothing against Paul singing All My Trials, but that's not going to be the version of All My Trials I seek out, is the Paul version. And then this version of Sea Moon is pretty weak, including him trying to shoehorn in is that the intro I should have been in the actual live version.
Yeah.
So it's like very haha wink to me, and it's not the best live version of that, but not a terrible single. I'm never break the single or never play it, but I definitely thought this is the one I'd reach for the least.
Yes. I'm right there.
Beware?
I'm right there with you, actually. I put Long and Winding Road, and then Sea Moon would also be on the other side, and it was just a pointless release. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Who wants to hear that in 1990 on a single? Just the marketing there doesn't make any sense to me. And it was either that or Birthday Good Day Sunshine, because they're all of those Tripping Alive Fantastic just don't seem to have a lot of point to them.
They did remasters for 5 of the 6 songs on there.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be a remaster for Sea Moon for no good reason.
No.
Maybe they're not calling it a remaster because it's never been actually released before in this format. I don't know. I didn't understand it at all. But you've already done some of the work on doing a remaster to just put Tripping Live back out as a vinyl album, which I would welcome you do this coming year, please, Paul Camp.
Yes, something. I know. So how about your I Don't Know?
Dave, I've never once, this is a confession to the audience, never once in my life have I listened to any of the Paul classical stuff.
Wow.
So
Nothing?
not a thing,
Wow.
not a thing. Haven't
Hmm.
bothered with it at all. Had no interest. So the previously unreleased on 7-inch, which is The World You're Coming Into, Tres Cajones,
Conejos.
Conejos, Save the Child, and the drinking song, Let's Find Ourselves a Little Hostelry. I found them to be fine, not bad, but it's just, you just find myself wanting to hear Paul singing and Paul songs rather than other people singing. It's like, who would have been great in that movie that George Clooney directed as an actor? George Clooney. So I'd rather have Paul than this stuff. But I wasn't like like disgusted by it. I thought they were like decent little tunes. And as a something to put in a set to like make it interesting, I was like, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, I think it's good to have that side of Paul in there because it was a big part of his life, especially that the Liverpool Oratorio was a big deal when it came out because it was his big first classical piece and it had a lot of hoopla around it. It is maybe someday. I did a special bonus podcast once when I saw Ecce Cor Meum. And so maybe I'll do a Liverpool oratorio discussion because I've actually taught the piece. A colleague of mine did a class on oratorios, and she asked me if I would come in and talk about the Liverpool oratorio. So I did have to go listen to it, and it's interesting. It's a nice attempt. Nice try.
The drinking song, I found that to be the most intriguing of the bunch.
Yes.
Like, let's have a drink.
Yeah, it's catchy. It's catchy.
Yeah.
So interesting choice.
Yeah. What's your I don't know?
My I don't know is All My Trials, actually, because that was I vaguely knew that he'd recorded that song, but I hadn't heard it in ages, and then probably don't need to hear it again for ages either.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how I felt about it. All right. So up next for a B-side, what do you got?
Oh yeah. C Moon or B Moon. I went with, it's real out of place in this section, but I went with Mama's Little Girl, which I think is just fantastic song.
Yeah.
Sounds great. If you told me, oh, remember this song's on Ram, I'd be like, is it? Oh yeah, I guess it was. I could be very easily tricked to being like, that song's on Ram. So very strange. So to have it on as a B-side of, what was it? The B-side.
Put it there.
Very odd, but glad they included it here. Loved hearing it. Very much have enjoyed it here, listening to it this week. A great B-side.
Yes.
What about you, Dave?
Mine was I Can't Imagine. The Come On People B-side, which is a great tune, very catchy. And
I like that instrumental bridge.
Yes,
too. It's very
played. Yeah, very well played, and brings me back thinking of that early '90s Off the Ground group. That sounds really good. And Hamish is on good background vocals, and
got a weird ending to it. I think I like it.
It's a good tune. I like it.
Yeah, great choice. All right, what's your choice for Spinning On and pick of another great song?
I had to pick something from Run Devil Run because that's an album that really gets overlooked, and we could talk about that one of these days. I picked No Other Baby.
I think that's wonderful song.
Yeah, great tune from that, and David Gilmour sounds great on it, and it's just a refreshing album. Makes me want to pull that album out again. I know you're not a huge 50s person, but
I usually am not, but I love Run Devil Run. I think it should be re-released and celebrated, and it's just gotten overlooked.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm with you there, and I would have picked that, and I ended up picking, though, a song I really like that I think makes it for a great single, perfect single material, Young Boy.
Oh yeah,
like really hits. Once you hear it come on, you're like, oh yeah, great. And you can't help but sing along with it.
Yep. Especially the ending when they go halftime.
Yeah.
It's it's a great song and well played. And Jeff Lynne, super friend of the show, Jeff Lynne's production on there. And Steve Miller, great choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So worst
Steve
on the
Miller.
flip side. Yeah. Speaking of Steve Miller.
That you said Steve Miller.
Funny,
we're both gonna pick Used to Be Bad.
And I'll pick Looking for You.
Biggest dud skipper.
Yes. Awful.
Yeah, I've definitely had enough. It used to be bad. I wish I'd never hear that again.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I put down used to be bad or looking for you because they're
Yeah.
both pretty bad. So
Yeah, they're looking for you.
yeah.
Same thing. Okay, so Fabulous or the Mess. Let's get into that. So, what do you have to say here?
I picked the Liverpool Oratorio songs because I thought they were interesting to put on here. And but why did they do this? Or I love that they do this. I actually love that they did put some of Paul's classical stuff on here. And
yeah, part of his career that gets ignored as so much so that a co-host of a podcast that talks about Paul over 200 episodes have never listened to any of it.
I can't believe that. Maybe you should join me on the Liverpool Oratorio episode. We can
I think so.
Talk about it together. Yeah, it would be fun.
I'll take a listen to it.
We can watch the video of Paul and Linda coming in and looking all fabulous. And yeah, so that was my choice, just that it's cool it's on here.
Yeah, I was happy about that too, that they included that. They don't include Off the Ground or Biker Like an Icon, both of which were singles, both of which had CD singles and all that. Why? I'm not sure. Does he not like that album? Or is that one coming out soon? Possibly. I gotta tell you, if we need a set of anything, I've realized in the last week that clearly we need an Off the Ground archive series, because here we get this set and they have all these CD singles and they pick a few songs. Where's Kicked Around No More? Where's Down to the River? Deliverance, Style, Keep Coming Back to Love, Sweet
Big
Sweet
Boys
Memories,
Bickering,
Soggy Noodle, and of course Big Boys Bickering. So I say they fucked it up for everyone by not including Big Boys Bickering.
yes.
So,
there's a ton of material from those sessions.
Yeah, so a lot of that left off. There was another CD single, a song that was on the B-side to it. I think it was the earliest one on this section. Also, it had included Same Time Next Year.
Oh yeah.
So that song was left on the cutting room floor.
And a great song too.
Yeah, another great song. Very strange. Some more omissions in this section than not. Your favorite is The Voice with Heather Mills.
Ooh.
Where's that one, Dave?
Where's that? It's a tragedy. Yeah.
But I'd love to get an Off the Ground archive series. I really think. I think just immediately you've got a whole second disc that's really good, really entertaining songs. Big Boys Bickering. He even played Big Boys Bickering live, so we could get some live stuff from that era. And then I like a Run Devil Run archive series.
Yep.
We know he played some live shows. I know they played at the Cavern.
Yes.
And played some of these Run Devil Run tracks. It was great to hear. We didn't mention Fabulous.
Yeah.
Which is the first time I've ever heard Fabulous, really.
Yep.
And that was
Paul doing his best Elvis on that one. Yeah.
Good. So there's our 90s.
Yes.
So let's move on here.
All right. So into the 21st century here, we've got a bunch of albums we know pretty well, although there's still a couple of surprises, I think, in this group.
Oh yeah.
Best single of the aughts.
I'm going to go with 2007 Ever Present Past with House of Wax Live, which is just such a great version of House of Wax. It's just really excellent. So great A and B side there. Ever Present Past, great song.
I'm with you in stereo here, because that was also my top choice for all those reasons. Ever Present Past, great tune, great video, and then the House of Wax. We like the Amoeba Gig version too, but this is very good as well.
Okay, what's your Beware My Love worst single?
Tropic Island Hum and We All Stand Together.
Oh, I kind of liked getting that Tropic Island hum silliness. It's a goof. It is a goof, but it is, to me, it didn't bother me because I know that it's specifically and it was like a recorded later on.
Yes.
For more, because they were going to expand the Rupert the Frog out to a longer thing. So
just not something, if you're going by the metric of, am I going to pull this one and listen to it? I will probably never pick that to listen to.
Yeah. For me, it's once again, we get this Dance Tonight and Dance Tonight demo. And by the time we get to Dance Tonight demo, I'm like, oh, this again.
I know.
So Dance Tonight's not a terrible song, but getting them both back to back like that, I was just like, nope, I'm done.
Nope.
So
no. All right. So I don't know.
well, previously unreleased on 7-inch and previously unknown to me at all. Missed it altogether, never have heard of it before. Is I Want to Come Home.
Really?
With the I Want to Come Home demo, and I love it. It's so good. I love the harmonies with himself, particularly at the end of the song. So how did I miss this over the years? I don't know, but it was written for movies.
Yes, that's right.
I just never had heard it before. So I was like, oh, wow, this is really great.
Well, that's going to come later for me. Yeah,
great.
That's very good. So my I don't know is don't listen to the Fireman album very much, but Nothing Too Much, Just Out of Sight was my yeah. It was great to hear that again, and
it rocks.
Yeah, it rocks, and the mixed meter and Paul screaming, and it's pretty cool. That's one I've forgotten about.
Okay, what about your C Moon or your B side? Best B side here.
Best B side. I think the A side is pretty weak, so I think the B side's better. Is 222 or 222. Do 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 do.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It is. So it's thinking of that period, I guess the memory almost full chaos and creation period, and I like 222.
And I went with Growing Up Falling Down, which I thought was like a pretty good song, and maybe on an album it might be more of a skipper, but as a B-side I thought it stood out as this is a nice tune to hear and it sounded pretty good. So Growing Up Falling Down is my pick there.
Good. All right, then the Spin It On, another great song. For me it was I Want to Come Home, so get that out of the way. It's a beautiful tune.
Yeah, I really like that song. And the demo, it did have the demo on the back, but I was like, ooh, I don't know this, so I want to hear more of it.
Yeah.
For me, just Jenny Wren popped up, and I was like, oh yeah, Jenny Wren. Oh, I love it. So it wasn't like I didn't know Jenny Wren, but just sounds so great.
Yep.
Now, Dave, I think I've Had Enough going to be the same as well?
I don't know.
You know what my I Had Enough is. I've made no bones over the years about what my I've Had Enough, probably my all-time Paul I've Had Enough, Knot It Up, Knot It Down, Knot It Round and Round, Nod Your Head, piece of crap song, terrible song. I'll fight anyone who says it has any redeemable qualities. I hate it. So even the picture of the single, it's like all blurry because he's nodding. Screw you.
I'm with you. I have that. No, not too harsh. I don't like the video. I don't like the song. It stinks. Yeah, that was the kind of Easter egg right at the end of Memory Almost Full. So you don't have to listen to it because it just comes up. But oof,
it's a bad song.
Bad song. Not much to redeem it.
Was that your I Had Enough? Or did you?
It was actually. It was tossed. It was a toss up between that and the Dance Tonight demo.
Oh yeah, it was
pointless.
It was pointless.
Yeah. Yep. And then the Fabulous or the Mess, I would go back to. Now you answered my question, but the Tropic Island Hum, I gave a huh. So now I know more about what it's for.
Yeah, it's interesting to make that the A side too of the single.
Yeah,
it's like a weird thing. Summer of '59 came up here too as an interesting B side. I was like, oh, this is interesting. They had that there, but Dave, we're both upset because where's Freedom, Dave? Where's Freedom?
Oh no, they left Freedom off of this. How could they do that? That hurts. Maybe they're saving it for a
Freedom Deluxe Edition with all the different 12 versions of Freedom. So
gonna be on the Driving Rain triple CD box set or something. And yeah, I'm glad we didn't have to listen to that again.
Yeah. All right, so let's do the end here. 2010 to the present day.
Yeah, there's a lot of choices, and it's funny actually too, because you and I have done reviews of all this material when it came out. So
that's right.
That's a very cool thing. So my best single of the 2010 to the present is New with Early Days.
Dave, we're right in sync.
Oh,
in sync.
Very good.
when New came out, I was just like, oh, this is fantastic.
Yep.
Sounds great. I was
Yep.
shocked almost that it was such a good song. And then you flip that B-side in early days, it's like practically puts you in tears.
Yes. Oh,
And
they're great.
I just love that where they all singing about sweet memories of friends of the past, and the harmonies there and everything. It's just, boy, what a great A and B side.
Yeah, definitely. So very strong. Now I'm guessing we may also be in the same.
Oh yeah, Dave.
For the worst single.
It's got to be Hope for the Future, with the Hope for the Future thrash mix.
Yes.
On the B side. What makes it the thrash mix to you, Dave?
That Hope for the Future thrash mix, I'll just give it away, is going to go into my Had Enough skipper.
It is
for sure.
Toilet.
Bottom of the barrel stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, funny enough, I had a student this semester who's a soundtrack and a video game guru, and he's like a aficionado of all things video game and soundtrack. He told me he likes Hope for the Future because it was in one of his favorite games.
Oh, so he likes the video game.
Yes.
So that's why he likes. Okay.
Yeah. So it had a purpose, I guess. But as a song, no.
Yeah, no. I don't like it at all. All right. So was that?
So I don't know next.
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to tell you in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it's not bad. It sounds like a movie song. That's for sure.
It does.
It's strings and a very long intro, but I a very sweet song, and I liked it a lot. I didn't know it very much, and so that was my most I don't know. What's your I don't know?
Yeah, my I don't know is In a Hurry, which is the B-side of Home Tonight. Yeah, so that was some Egypt Station period stuff that I'd forgotten about. I don't even know if I remember that song very well at all.
Yeah, it's a little forgettable.
Yeah.
In a hurry. Home Tonight's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a hard time picking a C moon or a B moon. I guess what I'll go with is just because I had picked early days with New, so I'll pick Save Us as the best of the rest of the B sides.
Okay.
So that's my choice there.
Yeah, that's a good choice. And I picked Winter Bird, When Winter Comes.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too, because it's a little. It gives you a little hint of the.
Yeah.
The whole
McCartney
album.
3.
Yeah. What's your Spin It On? Another great song, something refreshing to hear.
A Home Tonight, actually.
That was refreshing to hear for sure.
Yeah.
Because those singles came out and they came and went, and then it was like, oh, they're all on the Travelers edition.
Was that on Explorers edition?
Explorer or Travelers? I don't know.
Yeah.
Check my notes on that. But
which $1,000 box set is that on? Whatever that was.
Yeah. For me, because of the time of year it is, Dave.
Oh,
hearing the Christmas song "Chestnuts Roasting on Open Fire" was great. I just was like, oh yeah, really sounds. Get my hot cocoa and cuddle up with my wife.
Doesn't he change the lyrics? Because I remember instead of saying turkey and some mistletoe, he says something.
Yeah, he doesn't want. Something. He doesn't eat turkey.
Exactly. So I forget what he substitutes, but no, that's a good choice.
Yeah, it was nice to hear that.
And then my worst the skipper I already told you was the Hope for the Future thrash mix, which is practically unlistenable. What makes it
the thrash mix? I guess there were a bunch of different versions too. It wasn't just the thrash, but thrash mix. Come on.
Well, it's got distortion on it. And it's heavy guitars and heavy bad. So
yeah, that's really my answer there. But of all of the rest of the tunes, so it's going to be For You.
Yeah, I wondered when that was going to appear somewhere in here. Yeah. And then finally, to wrap things up, the Fabulous or the Mess. Mine was Walking in the Park with Eloise. And this is James McCartney's song. And it appeared, as you mentioned earlier, in the blink of an eye. It was the B-side of that. And just a funny, quirky, old-timey, to quote you, song.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to have, but I guess in the blink of an eye was with a cartoon movie.
Yeah.
And that at some point in the cartoon they come by and the James McCartney band is playing inside and they're playing that song. So it's a nice little, it's included in the little movie that's from. So that was interesting. Where's Get Enough though, Dave? I wondered my biggest question was where's Get Enough?
Yeah.
Because that came out with a little bit of a Oh, get enough. Here it is.
Yeah.
So I was, that didn't make any sense to me to not have that. And what I would have done if you're making, because a lot of this is created, never released anyway stuff. Why not do a get enough with the B-side being Cut Me Some Slack or
Oh
something
yeah.
like that? Or give us Where's Cut Me Some Slack? He could have done Cut Me Some Slack with the live version, which he did play it live like 3 times, different
Yeah.
big events. So I found that strange. And Vanilla Sky is missing here,
Oh
which
yeah.
could have been included, maybe not. So that's the other singles that weren't included that all involve Kanye West, which maybe is
Ooh,
good not
too
to,
soon. Too soon.
maybe good not to put only 1 or 4 or 5 seconds or all day
Yeah.
in this mix. So I'm comfortable with leaving those out, particularly right now.
I wonder if
Um,
Paul regrets his working with that certain rapper. I don't know.
yeah, considering the events of the last few months, I would
Yeah.
say so.
Yeah.
The other thing is, what wonderful, do we need Wonderful Christmas? You couldn't crank out a second Christmas song. You're
I
sitting at the
know.
piano. Just do a Silver Bells or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
dude. Like, it's
Ringo
not
did a
that
whole
hard.
album. You can do
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
So yeah. So I found that a little weird that was included. But
And how about the Women and Wives with the St. Vincent
that
remix?
worked for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 different projects and put together. It's cool to hear it back to back like that. So
True.
overall, I was elated to listen to this
Yeah.
all week long and just hear all these different things. And it's fun to just like, you hit play, you're not going to get through it in a day,
Oh, no, not at
but
all.
to hit play and then just to hear the evolution of Paul McCartney through all the years, and you hear that point. I think there's a point where that voice changes,
You can
sort of,
tell.
and
Yeah.
you can tell. And I think it was a B-side of a something like, maybe it was Growing Up Falling Down or somewhere in around there. And I'm like, his voice is starting to alter here a little.
Yeah. So the late 80s, early 90s, it started
Yeah.
to change.
Yeah. But yeah, it's great to hear all these songs. And it's a good set. It's a good collection.
Yeah.
Obviously, we complained about not being able to purchase any of this because we like to purchase things and own things. But just as far as a listening experience, I think it's going to be great to have this, and you just hit shuffle on this and enjoy yourself all day long. And it's great to
Yes.
hear stuff you really know a lot, and stuff like we said, we don't know a lot of these tunes that well. So it was great to hear a lot of these more obscure tunes.
Absolutely. I think this is a Pure McCartney had its purpose, and it was a good collection, especially the 4 CD version. But this one, I think, surpasses that because
Yes.
it really shows so many sides of McCartney. And like you said, you get to hear him develop from basically being a Beatle still to being 80 years old now, or 80, and like a whole lifetime here in these songs, and such diversity, and the groups that have played all the way back from Denny to Wix to Giles Martin producing songs to just generations. It's a great almost career spanning set here.
Yeah.
For him.
Hopefully it's not the end of the career, and we get a few more that we're like, oh no, that set lacks these songs that came out in 2023 and 2025, but we'll see about that. Hopefully we do get some new music from him this year. We'll see. Hopefully, the only thing I can guarantee is going to come out this year is, because we got these half speed masters. We're going to get that half speed master of Band on the Run this year.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it because my vinyl copy is not that hot. So it'll be nice to get a crisp, clean version of Band on the Run. I don't think we'll get a new Band on the Run set or anything like that, which would be weird to do if you haven't done those other things that we said that we need, those archive series. But now I'm starting to lean on, are they doing something's telling me Press to Play's in the archive.
I wonder. Yeah, Press to Play or Off the Ground, maybe one of those two.
Yeah.
Well, do you think we'll also get a half speed master of Red Rose Speedway, since it was also released in 73?
Do you know? Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. So,
yeah.
Which welcome. I would also like him to, just because you're doing the half speed masters, dude, don't stop you from repressing some stuff, because it's like, what, I'm going to wait till when would be the 50th anniversary of some of these
For a while.
90s albums that we don't even have on vinyl. So
Driving Rain.
yeah, Driving Rain. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll look forward to it. If you haven't heard our holiday episode, go back and check it out. We give you the summary and a few disappointments, a few predictions for what's coming. But yeah, we will be back in the new year and
That's right.
Tracking everything along with you and doing our usual reviews and discussions.
Yeah.
We hope everybody has a great holiday season and happy new year, and we will be back. Any other messages before we go?
No, happy holidays to everyone, and just have a wonderful time and just enjoy yourself. That's all. That's my message. Enjoy yourself.
Yes, that's a great way to close off the year. So thanks as always for your listening, for your support, and we'll be back at you in 2023.